Welcome back. 10 years ago, Minshew Elementary opened their doors for the very first time. Since then, thousands of students have come and gone, but one thing that hasn't changed over 10 years is the amount of cult pride that flows throughout the halls. Here to tell us more about the 10th anniversary of Minshew is Counselor Traci Test and two former Minshew students, Zayde Vetter and Ryan McDonald. Thank you guys for joining me today.
Thank you, Julian.
First of all, can you just tell me a little bit about yourselves?
My name is Traci Test. I am the Minshew School Counselor. It's my 10th year there.
I am Zayde Vetter, and I currently go to school at McKinney North High School, and I started Minshew out as a kindergartner.
And I'm Ryan McDonald, and I started at Minshew in 3rd grade when it opened, and I'm a senior at McKinney Boyd.
Okay, awesome. And you mentioned that you started being a counselor at Minshew. Opening
Inaugural year.
How have you seen the Minshew change over 10 years?
I think the changes have been that obviously 10 years ago iPads weren't invented yet, so I've seen a lot of technology, those kinds of changes. Changes in the community, it's been built up around. I remember when we started, there was like fields all behind us.
Yeah.
It's the fun thing to change is to see siblings come up through. Like we had siblings that had come through Minshew and hadn't been born yet, and then coming through. So it's just been a really neat experience.
Mm-hmm. And so there's obviously been a lot of changes. So what have been some of the things that have stayed the same that you would say?
Well, the building. No, I'm just kidding. I think we actually had 13 original staff that are still there. They're from the inaugural year. They've changed. They've stayed the same. And just, I think the overall climate and culture is there. It's still there. It's a wonderful place to be. Minshew's a wonderful place to be. So I think that's remained the same.
Okay. And starting with you, Zayde, how was your experience when you were at Minshew?
It was great. I remember, just being welcomed and, everything there was warm and, very friendly. And I think I was very blessed to be able to go to Minshew and have such a great experience there, especially from kindergarten to 5th grade. I think it was just a very overall good experience.
Mm-hmm. And Ryan, how was your experience at Minshew?
Mine was awesome as well. Starting in 3rd grade, my mom, that was her first year to be a school nurse, and she started at Minshew, and she's still there currently. And I just think it's really cool to see all the staff and students that come from different parts of McKinney ISD and even outside of the district all come together collaboratively and share their ideas all into one big project or school. So that's really neat.
Mm-hmm. And do you think that your experience when you were at Minshew helped you prepare for middle school and even beyond middle school?
Yeah, most definitely it did. Minshew had this one, they had like a morning chant, I guess you'd say, or, and in it said DYB, which stands for do your best. And I've taken that and I've made it into wherever I go, DYB. Always make sure that you're doing your best and just doing whatever you can to, help yourself succeed. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And how have you seen your students change over 10 years at Minshew?
Well, they've gotten older. Okay, sorry. No.
Yeah.
Have I seen? I'm just sitting here next to this young lady who went from a kindergartner to this beautiful young lady here talking about her success, and to see the changes, to be a part of a community that I've been at, for 10 years, and to see them grow into these successful leaders. Ryan comes back and he's a part of the pair-assisted leadership group that comes back from Boyd, and to see him every week working with students in 3rd grade. From when he was in 3rd grade. It's just been such a wonderful, wonderful experience.
Mm-hmm. And over these past 10 years, what would you say would have been your favorite memory?
Oh my goodness, there were so many. I have to look at you guys, these smiling faces. We have had so many wonderful opportunities at Minshew. We were part of the USDA Gold Standard Nutrition. We had a group that our principal and our cafeteria manager and our coach got to go to the Washington DC with the White House and had a representative come. We've had Intel science grants. We have Colt roundups every Friday that we love, the pep rallies. So I can't say it's just one thing. I think it's just everything, a whole bunch of things, you know, the traditions that we have every year, Read Across America, you know, just the wonderful traditions is my favorite.
Yeah, and if you can remember way back this, I don't know if I really remember my
What are we
elementary
talking,
school
5
years,
years ago?
but can you think of some of the favorite memories that you've kept along with you from Minshew?
Well, like Miss Tess said, there was just so many great memories from Minshew. But I would have to say the science fairs that we had, because now we don't have science fairs and they're not mandatory. And so my friend and I, we did a crystal rock garden, and we actually got to go to regionals, which that was awesome. And being a kindergartner, doing that and going to regionals was just an awesome experience. And just doing these projects, they build up confidence in people and or students and kids. And so I think that that's a very good what I'm trying to say is just it's a very good experience, you know, to have and to experience.
Yeah. All right. And of all the students who have graduated at Minshew, have any become like successful in what they've
I knew
done?
you were going to ask this, Julian.
Mhm.
I will tell you that we have had so many successes. I mean, it's like you look at across here, Ryan, he's been accepted to Texas A&M, so he's going to start there next year. I came across somebody that started at 3rd grade in Ryan's class that's already joined the Navy, so there's so wonderful success. Now, we do have someone that has gone on to be famous and actually was featured in an SNL thing on Saturday, played last night for Final Four. We're so excited. And our teachers, his 5th grade teachers saw this in him in 5th grade. So we got him the last year. It was 2004, 2005. Julius Randle, number 30 for Kentucky State. And they saw the talent and the success that he had in 3rd grade or 5th grade. And his teacher went ahead and made sure to get an autographed ball at that time. So we're so excited to just promote Julius Randle and the success that he can.
That's a very smart teacher to get an autograph
I know, that
early.
was Miss Kitchings. Good job, Miss Kitchings.
And on the ball, let's take a look at it here for a second. It says number 30, Julius Randle, 5/20, 2004. Where do I need to point that? Right there. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was his 5th grade teacher. She
5th
saw
grade.
that, so really neat.
And tell us about the MEF grant established by Gary and Bobby Jack Minshew in your school's inaugural year.
I'm looking at Zayde because she's so excited. She's the one who's, you know, she's really excited about this grant.
Yeah, it's a grant. It's like a scholarship, a $1,000 scholarship that goes to a student who went to Minshew from K through 12th grade.
Well, they went to
Yeah.
Minshew K-5. Do you mind if I talk about
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
They went to Minshew K-5, and then they continued on at McKinney Schools. It was created by the Minshews. They did it the inaugural year. And since Zayde was the first inaugural class, kindergarten, that comes through, it's not going to be available for another 3 years. She's a senior. And after that, it's one Minshew student every year, outstanding character, somebody who's interested in education. So that's really neat.
Mm-hmm. And in celebration of your 10th year, you're going to have a big celebration on Thursday night. Tell us more about that.
Yes, we're so excited. Our teachers have been working so hard on it. It's going to be Thursday, April 10th. The Minshews will be there. 2nd grade did some interviews with them. It was really neat. The alumni choir from previous years is going to be performing with current. There's just going to be a celebration of the 10 years. It's just going to be a really neat experience.
All right. And that is 6:30 at Minshew. So
Thursday, April 10th.
Thursday, April 10th at 6:30 at Minshew. So be sure to go out and see that. All right. And it's obviously been 10 years. So in the next 10 years, the next coming 10 years, what do you hope to see at Minshew?
I'd like to see a continuation of the culture and the spirit that's currently there. Minshew does a wonderful job of going with when things do come in and celebrating change, is going with that, but keeping with the culture and creating the leaders and the success that we have, and just continuing that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, thank you all for coming.
Thank you, Jillian.
It's been fun. All right. We need to take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the new McKinney High Lift Up.